I grew up in a quiet town where nothing ever really happened. It was the kind of place where people left their doors unlocked and everyone knew each other's business. So when my best friend Jonah went missing, it didn't just scare people, it shattered their sense of safety. It happened one night after his shift at the diner. His car was in the shop, so he had to walk home. 2 miles, mostly along an old service road that cut through the woods. He never made it. At first, people thought maybe he ran away. But Jonah wasn't the type. He had plans, college, a girlfriend he adored. Running away made no sense. Search parties scoured the woods for days, but they found nothing, not even a footprint. It was like he had been plucked off the earth. After a while, people moved on. That's what towns like mine do. They grieve, they whisper, and then they forget. But I couldn't. I started walking that road myself, hoping to find something, anything. That's when I began seeing it. At first, just out of the corner of my eye, a dark shape in the trees, too tall and too still to be human. Always there at dusk, just standing, watching. When I looked directly at it, it would vanish. Then came the footsteps. When I walked the service road, I could hear someone behind me. Their steps matched mine perfectly. If I stopped, they stopped. If I ran, they ran. But no matter how quickly I turned around, there was never anyone there. Everyone said it was grief playing tricks on me, stress, lack of sleep. Maybe they were right. I stopped telling people about it after a while. I didn't want to be the town's next ghost story. One night, about a month after Jonah disappeared, I stayed late at the library. By the time I left, the fog had rolled in thick, smothering the streets. I had to take the service road to get home. I told myself it would be fine. Halfway down, I heard it. A humming, low and broken, like someone trying to hum a tune they couldn't quite remember. It drifted out of the trees and wrapped around me in the fog. I froze. Ahead, through the mist, I saw something. A figure standing in the middle of the road. It was too tall, its limbs too long, hanging strangely at its sides. In one hand it held something, a scrap of cloth, swinging gently. As I got closer, I realized with a sick feeling it was Jonah's apron from the diner. I ran without thinking, sprinting blindly through the fog until I burst through my front door, gasping and wild-eyed. My parents thought I'd been attacked by some drifter. They almost called the police. But what could I say? That something in the fog had Jonah's apron. I didn't sleep that night. Every creak of the house, every gust of wind outside made me flinch. I felt watched. I pulled the covers over my head and prayed morning would come quickly. It didn't. At some point deep into the night, I heard it again, the humming. But it wasn't outside this time. It was inside the house. It started faint, like it was coming from the attic. I lay frozen, listening as it got louder, moving down the hall toward my room. The floorboards creaked under unseen weight. My bedroom door creaked open. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. I squeezed my eyes shut and waited for it to end, and slowly the humming faded. When I finally dared to look, the door was ajar, but nothing was there, except on my desk, placed neatly in the center, was Jonah's apron, torn, stained, reeking of earth and rot. We moved out a few weeks later. My parents said it was for a fresh start, but it didn't help, because whatever that thing is, it follows. I see it sometimes still, in reflections, in windows, standing too far away to see clearly, but always there, watching, waiting. At night, when everything is still, I sometimes hear the humming again, or the soft, dragging footsteps just outside my room. And every time it brings something with it, a reminder. Jonah isn't coming back. And deep down, I know, neither am I.